Hi there, my name is Justin DiGiulio. I am a professional real estate agent with over a decade of real estate experience. I am a New Yorker turned New Jerseyer. I've been out in New Jersey for a few years now, breaking into the real estate market. I'm sharing with you my perspective of the listings that are on the market, the newest listings to hit the market on a weekly basis. We'll look at the marketing aspect, we'll look at the psychology aspect, we'll look at the first impression aspect of these listings. We'll break down the photos and how the photos are placed throughout the ads. And I want to give you my perspective at the professional level of what a real estate agent should be doing when they list your home. If you have any questions, you have my contact information on the screen. Feel free to reach out to me. It is my job, and I love helping people. Good morning. This is a podcast where we discuss the newest listings in central New Jersey. We're going to look at the listings, look at the price, see if, in my opinion, I think it's worth the price, but also we'll explore the property, the house, the land, and I'll give you my opinion. You're fully entitled to your own opinion. Just please respect mine. Last week there were some mean comments, but I'll take any comments, really. I appreciate the attention. So my name is Justin DiGiulio. This is a look at the 10 newest listings in central New Jersey, starting at $750,000. So what I'll do is share my screen with you, and you'll get a look at the MLS. This is what us as real estate brokers get to look at. Now, I've got Somerset County here, which is central New Jersey. These listings are arranged days on market. I don't know if you heard that buzzer. I hope that's the only one. My office is conveniently located next to the laundry room in my house. So hopefully that's the only buzzer we hear. So right off the bat, we'll get started. Try to get through this as quickly as possible. With 2 days on the market, brand new 855 Brown Road, listed at $925,000 in Bridgewater Township. Now, first things first, I'd like to really look at the marketing. And I know when people are looking at listings, what they see is that initial image, that small icon image of the property. So for me, price being number one, because people are looking only at listings within their budget 98% of the time. And then they're just looking at the initial picture because that's all they see. They see price and initial picture. So here we have a great initial picture. The home is in the forefront of the property. It looks seasonally appropriate, as I don't see a lot of leaves on the trees. The lawn's pretty green. I like that. Daytime, very clear shot of the house. So let's look at the listing, see what we got. All right. Year built 2023. Okay. 925,000 on 1.95 acres. Welcome to this beautiful new construction home located in Bridgewater, New Jersey, situated on a spacious 1.95 acre lot. Stunning property, boasts 4 beds, 3 baths. Let's check out the pictures. I go right to the pictures before finishing the description because that's what everybody else does too. So, and then if you really like the pictures, you'll continue on in the description. So really, again, I mentioned this is seasonally accurate. There's no trees and no leaves. So photos were taken recently, but I am still surprised how green that lawn is. All right, here's another shot of the property and the driveway. Another shot of the property and another. These are very similar. The first 4 shots are very similar, just slightly different angles of the house. I don't think we needed them all. And then rather than showing us right up front in front of the house, we're inside the house already. Now this is the entryway. These photos are labeled, which I like. Here's the family room. You can see the kitchen off to the side. Another angle of the family room. And another angle of the family room. And now here's a shot of that kitchen, except you don't get to see this is really more of a shot of the dining room with the kitchen off in the left corner. This would not have been my introduction to the kitchen shot. This one may have been, although ideally from the opposite corner of the island to make sure that you get that built-in microwave and the refrigerator in that shot. That would have been my first shot of the kitchen. Another picture of the kitchen. Another picture of the kitchen. Let's see if they even included my angle on the kitchen. And then here's the initial angle on the kitchen. And here's the shot that I would have introduced the kitchen with, is this shot. It's a nice looking kitchen. You got stainless steel appliances, nice countertops, pendant lights. $925,000. This place looks like it's in good shape. Somebody wants to buy a new house. They want to be under $1 million. Looks like a good deal. Now we are upstairs. So let's see. We went from the kitchen to the landing on the second floor, which is labeled bedroom, but I imagine it's the landing, and we're looking at the bedroom off to the right here. This also says bedroom, but I'm pretty confident we're still on that landing. Now we're in a bedroom, and we're in the bathroom that I believe belongs to that bedroom, but it's not indicated in the photos. I assume this is the same bathroom. You have stand-up shower. And then just here's another random bathroom. So these photos could have been labeled just a little bit better. Bedroom 1, bedroom 2, bedroom 1's private bath, etc. I love ceiling fans. I know everybody hates ceiling fans. I like that this one has ceiling fans, although I would say ceiling fans are a little small. Let's move on. I have not seen a bath. I've seen a couple stand-up showers so far. Some people do like baths. I'm not a bath guy, but I understand the value of a bath. This is the living room. So this is separate from the family room. This is the living room. This one has the built-in and a small desk area, which doesn't look like something you could utilize that well, just because it looks very small. It wouldn't be like a working desk. It wouldn't be your home office. Here's powder room, which again, I think we should just start calling them half baths. This is the living room again, different angle. And now we're in the basement. Looks like the basement is partially finished. I only say that because of the ceiling looks open. And I'm not sure if it says basement bathroom. It doesn't say half bath or powder room. So it's very possible this one room off to the left could be the shower. And here is the rest of your basement, epoxy floors, unfinished ceiling. A lot of versatile space down there, but at $925,000, if you wanted a finished basement, you'd have to finish it yourself. Here is deck and backyard. Now this shot of the backyard doesn't really let you know what direction you're looking in outside of the house. You might have that deck as a slight indicator. And then here is a picture of, wow, I'm confused. This looks like the back of the house with very lush green grass. This looks like the actual shot of the back of the house. So I'm curious how they're generating these images and how the grass is so green in some of these pictures. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's superimposed. All right, well, let's jump out of this one and let's go back to the listing. $925,000. Again, I think if you want to have a new house, that's a very solid 2 acres in Bridgewater is a decent amount of space, and it's a brand new house. So let's look. Lower price point, $785,000, 3 Meadowbrook Club Way. This is in Far Hillsborough, and here's your initial image. So this is going to be a townhome, I believe. It looks like it's connected to some other houses behind it. Otherwise, it would be 3 times the size of the one we just looked at. Let's open it up. So acres, 0.19, built in 1993, renovated 2007. This is let's see, fall in love with this beautiful spacious condo at the Far Hills Polo Club. 2-bedroom plus finished basement with bathroom and bonus room there. Okay, let's jump into the pictures. So again, I like that these are seasonally accurate. Now this looks like it could be a standalone home, which I actually like. Now I knew it was a townhome just looking at the picture because it's just kind of very common construction, but I like being able to portray a townhome without sharing any of the details of the neighboring houses. Now I think you need to have them in the listing so people understand this is connected, but I do really like having just the property that you're looking at in the shot. And here you can see the next door neighbor garage starts and it's connected. So let's get the outside of the house. Here, going a little further back, and then let's look at your front porch. This is how I think you should introduce the house. Outside picture, slightly closer, front porch, entranceway. Now in this case, they did close up further back. Now they're in the front porch, and I know because I can see the pictures, they're not going to the entranceway. We're just going deep inside this lived-in home, which is full of furniture. And now we're just in the center of the living room. So just not how I would introduce a house, but I will say these guys have a lot of big furniture in here, but the space still looks very big and it's not overly cluttered, which is the biggest fear of any real estate agent when you are listing a home and trying to take photos of that house, is something with just too much stuff in it. And these guys have a lot, but for some reason, it's arranged very well in the sense that it doesn't look small. It actually looks very big, this room, with the open staircase to the next floor up. Here's the hall. Now I have a feeling this could be the entranceway, but they're not giving us any indicators of that. Okay, here with the door open, you can see it's the entranceway. All right, here's your dining room. There's a little sitting room off the dining room I like. Oh, here's your kitchen with a temporarily rolling butcher block island. That's kind of cool, but because it's not attached to the property, it doesn't mean that it would go with the sale of the property. Just saying. For something to go with the listing, it has to be the way that I was explained. If you pick up the house on its side, open all the windows and shake it out, if it is attached to the house and doesn't fall out, it's part of the sale. All right, kitchen. Here's stairs. Yes, thank you for the label there. Here we have the laundry room. Laundry room looks very nice. Here's this says bath. I actually think it's a half bath, but tough to tell. There's no shot of the bathtub. Here's the basement with its own bedroom. The greater basement common area that's not a bedroom in the basement. Here's a little movie room in the basement. And this is a very nice finished basement, I have to say. And then back to the living room, different shot, just a random shot of the staircase. I mean, the stairs are nice, but I would not say remarkable nor warranting their own artistically angled photo here. Now we are on the top floor in the master bedroom, master bath, big bathtubs. This one has the bath and the stand-up shower, so it's quite nice. It looks like there's a lot of storage in here. Here's another bedroom, the bathroom. Tough to tell if it's connected to that bedroom. And then we have the back porch, which looks like it's a level up. Those are the pictures. Now, if you want townhouse, this looks like a really nice townhouse. We've looked at a lot of townhouses in previous weeks, and a lot of them are a little bit closer to the $1 million mark. But really, it also depends on location. So it depends on how close to the highway you want to be, et cetera, et cetera. All right, let's look at option number 3. This is 1.2 million, 56 Westbury Court in Montgomery Township. Let's look at that first image. And here's a shot of the house. Now, this is a nice one. You do have this big tree covering up the house, and the photos look like they were taken with the leaves on the trees. So my question is, were these photos taken a few months in the future or sometime last summer? I'm always wondering how long it sat before it hit the market. So obviously they didn't take the pictures a few months from now, which means they took the pictures of last summer. All right, let's open it up. My advice as a real estate agent would be you take seasonally appropriate photos, now the best ones you can, and then you retake them in the springtime when there's leaves on the trees if the property is still available. Obviously, the better pictures are the ones with the lush foliage and the green leaves and the green grass. But for me, I just want it to be a current photo. That's all. 1 acre, 1.2 million, built in 1997. Welcome to this spectacular home nestled in a premier Montgomery neighborhood, just a stone's throw from the area's highly regarded schools. All right. Does that mean you're in that school district or you're just throwing stones at it? All right. Beautiful brick house. Again, there's a lot of landscaping, big trees. Okay. So we started further away. We step up and then just a different angle on the house. This looks like the back patio. It's labeled the back patio. There might be a pool back there. Tough to tell. If there's not, it would be a letdown. Back patio. Here is a 4-season spa, which my guess just means hot tub. So you can use it in the wintertime because it's hot. Moving on, I do see a pool. All right. This is a heated saltwater pool. People love that saltwater. Heated saltwater pool, again, label. I see why these are taken during the summertime. It does. It obviously, it looks better. It looks like a great pool. let's see. And then a shot of the back of the house. Now, I don't see sprawling yard and lots of grass to mow, but I do see very well maintained landscaping. And $1 million today doesn't feel like it's what $1 million used to be. But I would say at the $1 million mark, you want to have landscaping that's in very good shape, very well done to this homeowner. And now here's your larger backyard. I like that. And then, okay, so there's literally no photos inside the house. Oh, God. Shame on you guys. Shame on you guys. Now, I will say at the $1.2 million mark, this appears to be a lot of home for the price. So it looks to me like a pretty good deal. Let's see. I'm not going to read through all the text. I'm a little bummed that there's no interior photos, and we've been on the market for 3 days. These photos were taken back in the summertime. So how between the summertime, we know that because there's leaves on the trees, how between the summertime and March 9th have we not gotten photos of the inside of the house? I'm sorry. I'm just perplexed as to how we're hitting the market without interior photos. What a mess. What a mess. Now we're looking at 384 Bennett's Lane, 1,190,000. So they've undercut the price of the other one. All right. And this is Franklin Township. They're 10,000 less. Now look at this image of this house. This is an aerial photo. I hate aerial photos, but I will tell you one thing. Looking at the aerial photo of this house and the previous place we saw in Westbury Court, and I know the landscaping is not going to be as good here. This one at $10,000 less looks like more of a house. These photos also were taken during the summertime. I can tell by the very green grass. Let's look at the listing. All right, 0.92 acres, 1.190. I'm sorry, 1,190,000. Multi-generational living at its best. Okay, does that mean you live with your in-laws, or you pass the home down? Built in 2005, so it appears that not a single full generation has lived in the home. Let's look at the house. All right, big chunk of land, 0.92 acres. This appears to be all of them. Poured concrete driveway. Now, I don't like this photo as much because it just shows a bunch of other big houses in the background. I would not have included it. And the power lines in front of the house, which is just weird. Another shot of the house. Now they're just kind of going a little OD with these aerial shots. All right, show me some real pictures of the house. I want to see pictures of the house. This is a picture of the driveway with the house in the background. This is still a picture of the driveway with the garage and the house in the background. I understand there's 3-car garage. I think that's great. Now we're up at the front of the house, which I do like, but I feel like they started way too far back and gave us already too many aerial photos. Although you'll be surprised, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more aerial photos. And now some pictures of this beautiful pool in the backyard. I have to say, this is one hell of a pool. It looks like there might be a little built-in spa area inside of this. Does it say anything about salt water? No, it doesn't tell us which type of water. So we'll assume it's not salt water, as that is to a degree a selling point. I'm going partial to chlorine. I just like the smell. For whatever reason, some people like the smell of gasoline. I do. It's always remind me of being on a boat and water skiing. And I oddly like the smell of cigarette smoke. So I guess you can't really use my opinion as to whether chlorine or salt water is better. If you're blonde, maybe you like chlorine. I don't know. And that's it. Again, here's another shot, another listing at $1.2 million effectively with no interior shots. Damn. But they look like a hell of a house on a nice piece of land at that price. All right. Now, we are much closer to the $2 million mark. So let's see if there's any bullshittery going on with not giving us all the images and having known about the listing and had exterior photos of the home since last summer. I haven't looked at it yet. We're going through this together. So it's new to me as it's new to you. I mean, it's 4 days in the market. Maybe you saw this already. Here is a home in Greenbrook Township, 5 Kappelman Drive, $1,895,000. Let's look at that picture. Here's a great picture exterior shot of the house. You can see it's big. It appears to be brick. You can see lots of lush trees and foliage and that pool in the backyard. So we built a case for being $700,000 more than the last two places. Let's look at it and see if the listing is done a little bit better. And literally the second place we looked at was $700,000. So this is one townhouse more costly than the last listing we just looked at. All right, so you're looking at 0.95 acres, which is no larger than the last one. This exquisite 5-bedroom, 5.1 bath home sits atop Watchung Mountains, boasts luxurious features, fine finishes, and magnificent design for living and entertaining. All right. There was mentioned somewhere about a gourmet kitchen. Either way, let's see what we got. This is a very nice brick home. I like the trees around it. I find a lot of homes in New Jersey just kind of look bare. There's nothing around them. There's no privacy. You want to have some privacy, especially in a big house, because if you don't, there's many other people probably living there, considering you have so many other bedrooms. Maybe they want some privacy. All right, here we go with the aerial photos. This is either of these photos would have been good to lead with. Probably the only difference, I like this one. It's a more traditional initial image, but this one does show the pool. So I understand why they did that. Now we have this far away aerial shot, and now we've got the backyard pool. Looks lagoon-like to me. All right, looks like there's a little hot tub in the distance. There's a deck. More shots of the furniture on the deck. We don't know if there's furniture included. Here's your 2-story foyer with a chandelier, fiberglass, maintenance-free front door, limestone floors. Fiberglass door, I don't think is a selling point. I understand they're trying to make it a selling point, but I don't know. In a brick home like this, I would want your traditional solid wooden front door. All right, home office, very dark. And you got that picture of Jack Nicholson smoking a cigar. I'm very familiar with that image. Wow, big contrast to this dark cigar loungy feeling deer antler chandelier office. This is a very masculine setting to this very light kitchen. And I will say the kitchen has off-white cabinetry and this butcher block island. Now, this is a real butcher block island. I like this kitchen, I will say. One thing that drives me nuts is not having those cabinets go all the way to the ceiling. You get so much more storage space. Here is your, they're still calling this the kitchen, so this must be the breakfast table. Here is your family room. Nice big windows, very high ceilings. This fireplace mantle has another fireplace mantle on top of it, which is I've never seen that before. A double fireplace mantle. Interesting. I guess it's what you do when you have a lot of stockings. First floor bath, master bed, big master bedroom. Another shot of the master bedroom, which is really just a picture of the bed, but you do get to see the fireplace. Nice gas fireplace. Dressing room and second office. And then here is your bathroom, which unfortunately is a little dated with the dark countertops. I like dark countertops, but they are out of fashion right now. Unfortunately, what's in fashion right now is quartz white countertops. Here's a giant closet with lots and lots of lady clothes. Next is a in-suite bedroom. So what does that mean? Bedroom within a bedroom, or is it a bedroom with an in-suite bath? Carpeted floors with in-suite bath. Here's your full bathroom. Here's another bedroom, looks like a baby's room. And then this is the butler's pantry off of the kitchen. I don't know how we go from kitchen to bedroom, closet, back down to the first floor next to the kitchen, butler's pantry. That, to me, doesn't make sense. Organize your photos in a way that you are getting a tour throughout the house. Now, it's a self-guided tour, but it is what it is. Here is the playroom. I'm guessing this is in the basement, finished basement, although it does have those department store or retail store ceiling tiles, which is terrible. Sorry. But it just reminds me of being in like a CVS, an old one. Nice pool. And the thing is down here, honestly, basement's very beautiful. It has a kitchen, as you can see in the background of this shot. In the foreground is a pool table and really nice hardwood floors. So I will say it's a very nice basement, but the ceiling tiles are, they just really take away from the space. Full kitchen in the basement. I like that. You got a nice rower. And here we are back with the aerial shots, mountaintop location. Now, it doesn't show if the home has a view. It doesn't look like it has that much of a view from what we saw inside, but it is a gorgeous home. $1.895 thousand dollars, $1 million technically. Let's jump out of this one. It's a nice house. If your budget's $2 million, this place is a steal. You're not buying a huge piece of land, but you are surrounded by lots of trees, and you will feel like you have more land than you do. All right, now we're at option number 6 here, or listing number 6, sorry. This is $1,488,055 Hillside Terrace of Montgomery Township. Let's look at this shot here. Now, this is back from the curb. The house looks so small on the hill. Seasonally appropriate photos. You got some red in that one tree, which I like, and it looks like maybe there's a little orange somewhere in the driveway, but this photo unfortunately is too far away from the home. The house looks really small. Now I have a feeling this is a large house, not going to be as large as the last one from what I'm guessing. Now this is on 7.19 acres, built in 1993, and well, we'll see how big the home is once we jump inside and start looking at some more of these photos. Located minutes from downtown Princeton, this stunning home sits on over 7 acres at the end of a cul-de-sac of lovely homes and enjoys panoramic views of rolling hillside and the backdrop of the Princeton Ridge. All right, let's check it out. Oh, good God. There's no photos. There's no photos. $1.5 million. And they've listed this with no photos. Guys, first impressions. The thing is about listing a freaking house. This is a $1.5 million investment. What's going to happen is this is going to come across everybody's emails on day one when it hits the market. And there's going to be nothing to look at. And the thing is, once people have seen something, if they don't like it, they rarely will return unless they get another email notification of a price drop. That's how people are finding out about the listings, whether it's Zillow, Redfin, Trulia, Movado, any other brokerage website. What happens is people look there and they put in their email at some point in time, and they'll get these regular alerts of new listings that they might be interested in or that do fit their saved searches. And if they have a saved search, they're only getting the new listings. Never do you have a saved search unless it might be the first time that you set it up. So if you've had a saved search set up for 2 or 3 weeks, you're never going to get a listing. Hey, check out this place. It's been on the market 3 weeks. Hey, check out this place. It's been on the market 2.5 months. You only get the newest listings and you get the price changes. And a price increase, well, I don't know. There is some value in increasing price, but just depends on the listing. All right, we're out of here. There's nothing to look at, nothing to talk about. I got nothing for you. Sorry, 55 Hillside Terrace owners, whether it was you or your real estate agent that allowed that to happen. That was a mistake. All right, number 7, $989,900. 5 Dixon Lane, Montgomery Township. All right, now this again looks seasonally appropriate. You can see there's some nice landscaping. There's some brick on the house. Lots of different levels in this house. I'm really curious to see what it looks like. And again, we're under the $1 million mark with this 9,899 pricing. A little weird, but built in 2000. Beautiful center colonial with northern exposure in the heart of Montgomery Township, known for its award-winning schools. This impeccably maintained home with its paver walkway, etc., 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 on 0.66 of an acre. So just over half an acre. Let's check it out. All right, you've got this beautiful home. Does not look huge, but it looks spacious. And I have a feeling once we get inside, it's going to feel very spacious. Another shot of the home. And then of course we go to these stupid aerial photos. I don't even know what house this is in the photos. I mean, I can see close enough, but oh God. You can see there's also, it's a corner lot-ish, but it looks like maybe there's some bike path that runs alongside the home. Not a selling point to have everybody and their brother zooming by on a bicycle on Saturday and Sunday, in my opinion. So I probably wouldn't have even included this one. And then another shot of the driveway and the recycling bins and the trees without leaves. And then just a wide angle shot from far away. These are so there is some value in some of these photos, but for me, if you were ever going to include them, because there is such little value and such little selling point with these, throw them at the end of the listing. If you want to give me 16 aerial shots at the end of the listing, throw them in there. But first impressions, one, when you first see the listing and you're exploring the listing, but two, when you first start looking at the photos and are introduced to it. Just like when you're meeting a person. Just like when you're meeting a person, you might find out some basic facts about their life, but they're not telling you about trips that they took when they were 5 and 6 and 7 years old. It's just, it might be interesting, but you don't care about that information for a new person. Maybe somebody you've known or you're already started to get to know, where you go a little bit deeper. But in the beginning, you want the high points, you want the basics, you want to understand. So here's a high point picture. Here's the front of the house. It looks like there's a little pond. That's cool. You walk up to the front steps. So I like the one, again, curb view, bring me closer, bring me up to the front steps. And here we are, another great shot of the porch, your paver stone walkway. That's nice. A little bench up there. You can see the road. I guess you sit on there where the kids wait for the school bus type of thing. I like it. In very good shape too. Here's our entranceway. Okay, now we're progressing nicely through the home. Let's hopefully next photo is on the first floor. Nice tile, nice wooden staircase. Another shot, and here's another shot. Again, they're going a little too wild with these wide angle lenses, wide angle shots. Here is your living room. It looks like a formal living room with the piano and the floral arrangement mounted to the wall. So I'm guessing this person plays the piano. I love the ceiling fans just because I love ceiling fans. Although this was a dated ceiling fan, that's fine. You can change it. Let's move on. More shots of the same room. All right, now we're in the dining room. And more shots of the dining room. All right, now we are in the kitchen. Excuse me. 5 Dixon Court, $989,000. And we are looking at a kitchen that definitely would need some updating. It doesn't need updating, but it is clearly renovation style that has came and passed. I like this style personally, but it is dated from what we see today. And I see a pillar in the distance. I'm very curious about this pillar. Maybe they did some renovations, had a wall taken down that was load bearing. All right, so again, you're dealing with these black appliances, which are out of fashion these days, although actually they are coming back, but not these ones. You have the soffit there with the lights. It's a nice kitchen. It's a good amount of space. Your breakfast area. What was that on the table? No idea. Now, these guys do have a lot of stuff. They have less stuff than the one last home I commented that has a lot of stuff. But these guys, the amount of stuff they have is borderline distracting from the space, because I bet you the space is pretty large, but the stuff that's in this one makes it feel a little bit smaller, which kind of sucks. They don't have too much stuff, and they're not hoarders or anything. I'm not implying that. I'm just saying when staging the house or something like that, sometimes just a lot of stuff needs to go. And it's tough when a homeowner is still living in the home and trying to sell before they move, which is a lot of times the case. We get into the very expensive homes. Oftentimes those people can afford to just purchase the next home before they've sold. But the vast majority of sales need to sell the home in order to move on and move out. All right, here's another family room there. So this family room looks way more warmer, more comfortable. I did not think the one with the piano was the one that this family spent the most time in. And again, you got the dated ceiling fan. It's wild to think ceiling fans style is an indicator of just dated and going out of fashion. Here is another office. This one literally looks like something you would find in an office with some cubicles outside the door to this office, but it's nice. It looks like it's actually commercial grade furniture. I'm sure it's probably going with the homeowner, but maybe not. Sometimes people don't have space or need for this. Something I love about having a map on the wall in an office. I want to get a map. My office just reminds me of social studies class, but it's nice to reference it, even though we have a computer screen and we can just pull up Google Maps anytime. Here's your laundry room / mud room, I'm guessing. And this is a bathroom. I don't know where it is. Maybe on the first floor. Now we're up on the second floor. This is all carpeted. Here's a bedroom, big bedroom. Look if they turned the TV on in a lot of these photos. And this one has some tropical beach, grass thatch roof over some pool in the background. Some pine trees. Wow, palm trees. Maybe that's where this homeowner's going, somewhere in the Caribbean. There's not much. So these guys definitely have started moving out of the house. There's not much in these rooms. There's a walk-in closet, by the way, big bathroom. And here's another closet with men's clothes. So I guess the lady closet was empty. Here's another bedroom with 2 beds in here, a double and a twin size bed. Interesting. Here is a bedroom. I don't know what's mounted on the wall. It looks like a bow and arrow type situation. Wonder if we get a closer shot of that in a second. Nope, I guess not. All right, just tabbing through the bedrooms here. More bedrooms. Now we're outside. Backyard, patio, nice paver stone patio. These guys have done some nice stuff with the paver stones. And it looks like a little, I wouldn't say that's unfortunately, when they built this patio, it looks like they brought it a step up as a border. Had they brought that 2 steps up, it would have been a nice bench that you can sit on. But if you wanted to, I'm sure you could do that on your own. I'm thinking personal preference. It would be nice to have a nice seating area. When you have a big group of people around, they can gather and sit down. Here's your backyard. They were definitely maintaining the space well. It's unfortunate. So again, a house like this would look so much better with all the leaves and the trees, but that's just not where we are right now. That's this seasonal. So at least these are the most up-to-date photos. If the listing is still on the market in a month and a half and there's lots of leaves on the trees, well, then that would be the time to take new photos. Photos don't cost that much. They just don't. Now, I don't know what's going on with this back door. Now the house is sided, vinyl siding, it looks like, so everything is going to look like that for the next 60 years. But it looks like the wood trim around this door is pretty ripped up. What's up with that? Here's your big driveway. And now we're back in the beginning. So $989,000 to me, that looks like a great deal. I like the home. Very minor updating needed. It looked like laminate countertops. I probably wouldn't have used the laminated countertops in an upgrade. I would probably upgrade the countertops and maybe even painting the kitchen a little bit and putting in new appliances would actually bring that kitchen into the most recent decade when it comes to renovation style. Now, this was built in 2000. Everything that is in the house looks circa 2000. And, unfortunately, that's the thing when we make renovations and there's construction, fixtures and finishes change over time. So, when you look at these 1950s, mid-century houses that are still looking current, there's something that now, not the ones with the yellow and orange and green kitchen appliances, but the ones that have kind of classically done the wood on the walls and wooden accents, not the wood paneling that you see often all over the place, which looks very dated. Same thing when it comes to the more colonial houses that are almost 100 years old. Those renovations that are in there now can look very current, even if they were done 30, 40 years ago. They just renovated but stayed true to the style of the home. Now, again, it's a beautiful home. I don't know what the style of 2000 is, but I think we could also agree it would be defined by this home. All right, let's bring it back up. And I think we got 2 more to look at today. Happy Sunday, by the way. We got 3 more. We get 17 Brookside Drive on the market for 4 days, 1,175,000. Peapack, Gladstone Borough. All right, here's our first image. Another big house. Now, this is roughly $200,000 more than the last place we looked at, but I would say it looks similar from that initial picture. This house looks a little bigger, but let's dig in. Let's look at how much space there is, and let's look at the marketing, because that's really, I could look at houses all day, but I'm always curious of the marketing and who's putting these listings together. All right, listed on March 8th, International Women's Day. We're looking at 0.69 of an acre and brick house built in 1995. Welcome to this majestic red brick colonial on a quiet cul-de-sac street with evening sunset views. A home that combines space, comfort, and convenience. 6 beds, 3.5 baths. All right, let's see what we're looking at. I will say, great initial image, and somehow the yard looks just so green. I don't know how they're doing that when everything else looks like there's no leaves at all. So maybe the grass really is that green, or maybe they did some weird CGI thing that I don't know about yet. Again, I don't have to color lawns green in New York City, so being out here in New Jersey is a little different. But I am learning, and I'm helping you learn. Ideally, if you're listening to me, I like this house a lot. At the brick front, here in the back, you got the siding, and you've got the 2 big chimneys. I like the look of that. Now, it doesn't look like there's a huge porch in the back, and they've done very little with kind of patio space and outdoor entertaining space in the back. There's a little bit of it, but not a whole lot. Now, I like looking at this big home sitting in a lot. It really looks like it stands out. Looks like a substantial home. And then what happens? Because they had their real estate photographer that they hired happened to have a drone, they included shots of the house. And here you are. You get to see nice big neighboring houses right next door. Nice big neighboring houses right next door. And now you just see the development that it's in, which is just a bunch of very similar big houses next door to another. Very limited privacy. One of them has a tennis court. I don't think it's this one. And in that case, why are you showing me the other people's tennis courts? And you can see a high school track in the background. I don't know which high school it is. I have not spent much time in New Jersey high schools, but the track's blue. And I'm sure there's only so many blue tracks in New Jersey. All right, here's another shot of the house. This was also taken with a drone. All right, now we step up to the front of the house. I really like the sage colored door. I really like that. I don't know if it's just sage in this image, but it looks like a lightish, muted dark green, if that makes sense. And I dig it. All right, now we're inside the house. The foyer, gleaming wood floor. I will say, it's very nice wood floor. Tab around. Here's your formal living room, dining room. Now, they have a chandelier with what looks like candle lights. I kind of like that, but it beats the dated ceiling fans, even though I like ceiling fans. All right, here's your family room. This is the room that looks like the family spends their time in. You've got that fireplace. Let's see. Home den with office. Here you got your kitchen. Now, unfortunately, this kitchen just looks so dated. This kitchen looks older than the last kitchen, and it's a shame. It's really the upper cabinets that make it look so dated, along with the countertops and the appliances. So maybe that wouldn't be a huge cost to renovate. And then the kitchen cabinet handles are that white kind of polished material. I can't think of it off the top of my head. And then you've got your stove, your cooktop in the center. So I wonder if there's ventilation for that. It does not look like it. But I do like the layout of the kitchen, which opens to it has a little island with a bar in the kitchen, and you've also got a breakfast table for sun-drenched morning coffee. As I sit here, I mentioned this in a few episodes. I always pour myself a cup of coffee before I do the episode, and it just sits next to me because I'm just speaking the entire episode. There's no opportunity to drink it, unfortunately. It looks like a little solar system model on top of that shelf. And then we see this all the time. There's a little seating area. Oh, okay. There's a doorway that goes on the other side. All right. So you can get there. All right. Big master bedroom with these weird brown carpets. This house almost looks like it was built in the late 80s, but I think it said 95 when we looked at it. So, all right, what's going on with the reflection on the green carpet? This bedroom has 1, 2, 3 beds in it, or maybe more. I think it has 3 beds in it. Here's another bedroom. All right, these guys definitely outgrew the house, is what I'm guessing happened. Another bedroom with 2 and a 3rd bed off in the corner, or is that a chair? I'm pretty sure there's 3 beds in this room. So that's like 6, 7, 8 people that are living in this home so far. I'm counting the master bed, and then 2 bedrooms with 3 beds in them, and then a 4th bed with a single bed. That's 8 altogether. Here's your movie room in the basement with a fireplace underneath the screen. I like this. Big leather sofas here. Here's your lower level full bath. It's got a shower. And the front photo with the landscape walkway label on here. And the back photo of the house. It looks like this patio could be big. It just looks like the house is really big relative to that patio. Tough to tell. Here is your deck with a little grill on it. And then your manicured lawn, which actually looks like it could border some farmland with some horses. But we know it doesn't because we got to see the aerial photos, which here's another one of just other houses in the neighborhood. Hate that they did this. This one may be acceptable. This one is an aerial photo. And then back to the beginning. So let's just close this out. I want to clock that year of the home again. Built in 95. Built in 95, not renovated since then. And it has those early 90s finishes. All right, let's look at 391 Martinsville Road, 1,269,000, Bernards Township. Let's look at that first picture. Is the entranceway inside the entranceway of the house, and I'm seeing leaves on trees. So let's see if the photos are seasonally appropriate. Enjoy over 5,000 square feet on 3.21 park-like acres in this stunning custom 5-bedroom, 5.1 bath center hall colonial with 268 feet setback. All right, they're digging in. They're really digging in. Custom 5-bedroom. So the thing is, this is a resale. You're buying it from somebody else. Who's it custom to? Built in 1959. All right, very curious. Renovated 2005. So I'm really curious. We're talking 1959, mid-century, and then we're talking 2005, which we just looked at a house with early 2000 renovation. And I'm curious how this one's going to look in the photo. So let's open it up. 3.21 acres, 1,269,000. Here's the entranceway. Here's the photo they should have led with, which is a photo of the house from the outside. Then they should give us this front porch view and then the entranceway. All right, but now we're back in the entranceway. Got what looks like a very wide staircase going up, which is cool, but it could just be the wide angle lens. Here is your living room. It's sectioned off by the little wall. Unfortunately, there are lower ceilings in this living room, but I guess we see that with the mid-century homes. Just really can't expect a high ceiling. This looks like it's called the breakfast room, which literally just looks like a living room with nowhere to eat breakfast. So unless you're eating breakfast on the sofa where you can't reach the coffee table, I'm confused. Here's your more formal living room, the fireplace, which kind of looks like the same. No, it's a different living room. Interesting. I will say, look at the ceilings. If you look at the ceilings in each room, there seems to be a lot of attention to detail there. This looks a little pre-1959 to me, almost more colonial and Victorian than mid-century. So I don't know. Somehow they've taken this mid-century home and made it feel more colonial looking. With some Victorian aspects like this crystal chandelier. All right, here's your breakfast room also. So this is the breakfast room. The next room over is some type of sitting room. I don't know why they're calling that the breakfast room. All right, so we haven't been to the kitchen yet. Here we are. Here's your kitchen. It looks like sort of warming tray, just kind of arbitrarily under the microwave there. You got a desk in here, big island that's curved, seats a lot, it looks like. Uh, is there a label to any of this? No, there's no label, just kitchen, kitchen, kitchen. Here's another angle of the kitchen. Uh, two, two built-in ovens, that's nice. And then here's the butler's pantry, which just a separate area, separate sink, refrigerator. Interesting layout in this kitchen. Like you could fit like 7 people in here cooking at once. And now here is your Wolf stove and hood. I like that. I dig the wooden cabinetry. I think it's a little outdated, as are the granite countertops. But it said this was renovated in 2005, so it's held the test of time so far. But again, those are dark countertops, and I just mentioned dark countertops are currently out of fashion. Although I think we'll see a comeback, but maybe not so much granite. Here's an office area, which looks like a funky room because you got that door right there. And the photo of Gene, what's his name with the eyebrows on the wall. All right. And powder room, very ornate vanity. Okay. Which again, we don't see in mid-century. So interesting renovations here. It's a bedroom, sitting area, first floor in suite. So I guess that bedroom we looked at was also on the first floor. You'd have to. Here's your master bed with a really nice sitting area off to the side with a nice big fireplace. That's pretty badass. And looking at the primary bath, primary bath, primary bath, another bedroom. Ooh, that's dangerous. They got the this big sleigh bed with no carpet. So you got to be careful you don't scratch the floors here. And there's a window, a little seating area built into the window. I like that. It looks a little out of place just because there's not a lot going on in this room, but that's cool. Here's your bath. So how do we go from a crazy, super ornate Victorian style bathroom with that excessive vanity to just this white square tile, regular built-in bathtub, and white vanity countertop bath? It's very strange flow in this house. And you get the stand-up shower in the bath. Another picture of that bedroom, and then the laundry room with a sink, which is nice. This is $1,269,000. So there's some competition in this price range. This house looks nice. This house looks nice, but I'm not seeing anything that makes it so far stand out from the competition. Now our next photo is outside the house. So let's see. Here's the front of the house. Here's the back of the house, the lawn, nice paver stone. I like the design of the paver stone with a circle in the corner there. And here we go to more of the backyard. It's just a picture of grass and trees saying tranquility. Now this place looks like it's quite private, so maybe they'll give us an aerial photo that'll show us it's not. I hope not, just for the sake of their marketing. Yep, and then more picture of tranquility in the backyard. And then we're back to that first picture. It's a nice home, 391 Martinsville Road, 1.269. All right. Oh, no, now we're on the last one here. This is 5 days old, 1,995,000, 18 Whispering Woods Lane. All right, so $2 million, and we're in Bernards Township. And look at that first picture. That looks like quite the house. You've got this nice landscaped area right in the front of the lawn. You've got a nice paver stone long driveway and a big, big house in the background with lots of trees around it, which means lots of privacy and some nice looking landscaping. So here's $2 million. Let's see what we got. Superior craftsmanship and appointments are found in this custom 10-year-old home. The most discerning buyer will appreciate the high-end details and finishes in nearly 5,000 square feet of living space. Sitting on almost 3 acres, off of a private road. This home offers a first floor primary bedroom with separate baths and closet. All right, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. 2.89 acres, built in 2012. Well, let's dig in. All right, I will say I just love the it looks like there's a lot of privacy here. It is on a cul-de-sac, but it's surrounded by trees. You've got the wooden garage doors. I really like that. It looks like a 2-car garage. And then we're just inside the foyer. Another shot of the foyer looking into the family room. Here's your family room, which looks very formal, even though there's a TV on the wall. I don't see anybody being super comfortable watching movies here. Maybe I'm wrong. And then you have this dining room, which is very ornate, wooden ceiling, lots of archways throughout the house. I will say this is quite the dining room. Table seating for 10, 2 crystal chandeliers, and your kitchen, which unfortunately looks a little dated, but it's a very nice kitchen. I would not think it needs to be renovated. They have all this fake ivy looking plants coming out of the woodwork here. Interesting. It's got to be fake, because how are you watering this? Unless there's some supermarket-like irrigation system going on up there. Just a lot of detail here, which you're not seeing in. I don't think that's why I said it's not current renovations. You don't have the white quartz countertops, and kind of very bland stainless steel appliances. This one has built-in appliances. It's got the, I don't know if it's a dual oven, although it looks like there's 2 ovens on each side. So maybe there's 4 ovens altogether, but one or 2 of them is probably a microwave. You got the big Sub-Zero Wolf stove range, nice built-in hood. There's what they have going on with the ceiling, though, I don't get. Was not in. This was some of the ceilings are just something very custom to the owner or developer. Here is your wet pantry. Interesting. I liked that, though. Although there's a mini fridge in the pantry. To me, that's why do you have a mini? Oh no, it's a dishwasher. Never mind. My bad. It would not make sense to have a mini fridge in your pantry if you're going to have a refrigerator. It's going to be big like this. You probably want a full refrigerator. But I will say this is nice. You get the little extra dishwasher. It looks like there's, they had a dining table for 10. You probably fit a few more in there, but you're feeding a lot of people. You got to have all that extra space for the extra plates. This bathroom has marble on the walls. Okay. And then you've got this office space with a very artsy, maybe blown glass light. Not my style, but got a lot going on here. Then you got something about Italy on the wall over there. There's built-in bookshelves. There's so much detail in this house. This is not a house for everybody, but for the right person, the person that likes this styling, I like it. But for the person that likes the styling, this is their home. And at $2 million, this is where they want to be. This is quite the home. There's just so much detail. So much detail, and it's a very specific kind of Mediterranean taste. Greek, Italy, Lebanese, or something. I don't know. But it's nice. Too nice, for somebody who wants a more bland home. They would be very turned off by this place. All right, tabbing through the bedrooms. Here is a bathroom with some crazy floral wallpaper. And then here is a miniatures Lego room type situation. Flex room on the second floor. Right now, it just looks like either miniatures or Legos. There's so much going on in the rest of the house. This room actually, with 55 different Lego structures along the walls, this room actually looks the least busy of them all. And here you've got this wine cellar room, which is cool. Very cool. I like it. And here's your covered bluestone patio in the back. And then your shot of the house. So there's no swimming pool here. They haven't given us much of a look at the backyard. The yard looks big, um, but not as big as some of the other places we see at this $2 million mark. So really, you're not so much buying the land, although the land here is very nicely landscaped. What you're buying is the house itself. And like I said, many people are going to be turned off by just the very specific renovations and designs in that house. But there's going to be a certain subset of people who really, really dig that design. And those people are going to love the house. So I think right on the mark with that $2 million price point. Tough to take photos of a house like this because there's so much happening in each of the photos. So, kudos to that agent and the photographer. And that looks like it is all 10 of the listings that we're going to look at today. So I will stop the screen share. I want to thank you if you made it this far into the podcast. I want to thank you for joining me. If you want my opinion on your home and potentially selling your home, I'd love to give you a consultation. There's no cost for that. If you are interested in my opinion of your home listing, because we're only looking at the 10 newest listings every week. So if you're interested in my opinion of your home listing, I'd be happy to share it with you too. Maybe you'll relist with me if it doesn't sell, but otherwise I really do love this industry. I love talking about homes. I like really looking at the listings and understanding the psychology of the viewer, the consumer end of who's looking at your listing. And on that note, I want to thank you for joining while I'm relaxed here in my Sunday morning clothes. I'll finish my cold coffee, maybe pop it in the microwave, and I'll see you guys next week. So adios, and thanks again.